Hi everybody, CohhCarnage here with another thoughts video, this time on Desperados 3. This is a game that I was not going to play. It wasn't really on my docket originally, but I had so many requests from people in the community to check it out that I decided to. I have never played a Desperados game before. I'm actually not very versed in the genre that Desperados is, which is kind of a real-time with pause via one of the mechanics tactics game. There's not a lot of depth in terms of like inventory or RPG or anything. It is just raw tactics. And now that I've finished it on the second to hardest difficulty, just hard, I can safely say that it was a lot of fun. The game basically plays just like a tactics game, except it's all in real time. There is a slight pause mechanic that lets you set up some things that you get introduced to very early. And it does allow for some very cool looking kind of multi-action events. It is limited to one action per character when you do it. But overall, you will be playing the game mostly in real time and experimenting with different characters and different abilities and different weapons. So the game itself, I actually was feeling pretty hard at the beginning, purely for the gameplay. The story I felt wasn't super great, but I can say that it did pick up about midway through, and definitely just kind of got better and better to the end. I really enjoyed the characters. The voice acting was pretty good. The banter was a lot of fun as well. And especially kind of as everything moved forward, not only did I start enjoying and appreciating the mechanics more, but I did also go enjoy the story right up to the very end of it as well. So one thing I will say is that the game very much became kind of a puzzle game for me, which was kind of interesting, where basically you were just presented with kind of scenario after scenario, and you had to piece together exactly how to whittle everything down to a manageable level over and over again. I do want to let people know it is a little bit repetitive. Obviously, I feel like that's something that doesn't really need to be said about a game of this type, as it is kind of the same thing over and over. But for people that are looking for kind of something that's going to get new flavors every level, it's not really that. It's more of just kind of working through the world once you get all your characters, kind of from that point all the way to the end without too much new stuff on top of it. That being said, I do feel that the tactics does carry the game, and even up to the end, I did have a really good time playing it. So yeah, overall, really enjoyed Desperados 3. I thought it was a lot of fun, and I don't know if I'm going to go back and visit Desperados 1 and 2, or also if you've heard of the Commando franchise, it's very similar to that as well. Also a game called Shadow Tactics. Not sure what my plans are to kind of dive back into it, as this was one of my first types of games of this type, but I did really enjoy it, and it certainly has opened the door for future types of games on the channel, for sure. Thanks for watching this thoughts video, and hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.